The celebrity rumor mill has churned out some wild stories over the years, but this one might just take the cake. Allegedly, Remy Ma, rapper, reality TV star, and cultural icon, is at the center of a jaw-dropping plot involving Claressa Shields, a tattoo of Papoose's name, and a crew of gangsters tasked with handling things the old-fashioned way. According to several gossip blogs and insider whispers, Remy Ma was so furious upon discovering that Claressa Shields had a tattoo of Papoose's name inked on her chest, specifically on her pectoral area, that she allegedly orchestrated a cover operation to have it removed. Not through legal means or a stern conversation, but through a back-channel, potentially violent, and highly questionable plan that involved making Claressa unconscious and forcibly removing the ink while keeping the entire situation completely under wraps. To understand just how bizarre and bold this alleged scheme really is, we have to rewind a bit. Claressa Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and world champion boxer, has long maintained a tough, confident image, both inside and outside the ring. She's known for her strength, her discipline, and her refusal to back down from anything or anyone. But even the toughest individuals can get caught up in drama when it involves the entertainment industry, especially when that drama is tied to a well-known couple like Remy Ma and Papoose. Their relationship has been admired for years, hailed as a shining example of loyalty and commitment. But recent rumors and scandals have chipped away at that image, leaving cracks in the foundation and plenty of room for speculation. It all reportedly started when a photo surfaced online of Claressa Shields during a workout. At first glance, it looked like a typical behind-the-scenes training pic. But eagle-eyed fans quickly noticed something unexpected. A tattoo peeking out just above her sports bra, appearing to read Papoose. The internet exploded. Within hours, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram were ablaze with theories. Was this a tribute to the rapper? A personal connection that had flown under the radar? Or something deeper and more scandalous? And more importantly, did Remy Ma know about it? The answer, according to sources, was no. Not only did she not know, but when the image was brought to her attention, she reportedly lost her mind. Insiders claim that Remy Ma felt utterly blindsided and betrayed. She allegedly saw the tattoo not just as disrespectful, but as an open challenge to her relationship. The idea that another woman, especially one as high-profile and respected as Claressa, would dare to mark herself with her husband's name sent Remy into a spiral. She was embarrassed, she was angry, and she wanted the tattoo gone. Not next week, not next month, immediately, quietly, permanently. Here's where things get intense. Instead of confronting Claressa publicly or reaching out privately, Remy Ma allegedly decided to take a more extreme route. Rumor has it that she called on individuals from her past, people with street ties, loyal to her from before her fame. People who didn't ask questions. According to one anonymous source close to the situation, the goal was simple: get Claressa alone, render her unconscious, using whatever means necessary, and remove the tattoo. Whether that meant lasering it off, burning it, or covering it with new ink is unclear. What is clear, at least according to the source, is that this operation was meant to be done without Claressa's consent, without her knowledge, and without any trace back to Remy Ma. If true, this plan crosses every line imaginable. We're talking about potential assault, kidnapping, bodily harm, not to mention an ethical nightmare. But in the world of celebrity power plays, some believe that anything goes. The logic, allegedly, was that Claressa would never talk. That even if she suspected what happened, she wouldn't dare go public. Too much to lose. Too much pride. And perhaps too much fear. It's a chilling possibility. One that paints a very different picture of the once beloved Remy Ma. So where was Claressa Shields during all of this? That's the million-dollar question. Reports claim that shortly after the confrontation plans were set in motion, Claressa went dark on social media. No new posts, no gym selfies, no brand partnerships. For an athlete as consistently visible as Claressa, the sudden radio silence raised eyebrows. Then came a sighting. Claressa at a small event, wearing a high-neck hoodie despite the warm weather. A few fans noted she seemed tense, withdrawn. Some even claimed to see a bandage peeking out near her collarbone. Was it just an injury from training? Or was it something more sinister? The online speculation only grew. Conspiracy theorists began dissecting old photos, comparing tattoo placements, trying to determine if the ink was truly gone. Some claim to have insider screenshots from DMs with people close to Claressa, suggesting she wasn't allowed to talk about it. Others dismissed the entire story as wild fan fiction. But in the court of public opinion, details don't always matter. The story had traction, and it had believers. What's perhaps most shocking is the alleged motive behind the act. This wasn't about a cheating scandal or a love triangle, at least not openly. This was about pride, about power, about control. If the reports are true, Remy Ma didn't want revenge. She wanted erasure. She wanted the evidence gone. A clean slate. No questions, no conversations, just silence. It's the kind of act that feels lifted from a Hollywood script, not real life. But sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Legal experts have already weighed in on the rumors, warning that if there's even a kernel of truth to the allegations, serious charges could follow. Battery, assault, conspiracy. But without a victim willing to speak, there's little the law can do. And so far, Claressa Shields has remained publicly silent. No interviews, no tweets, no Instagram stories addressing the tattoo or the rumors surrounding it. Whether that's a strategic move, a trauma response, or simple disinterest is unknown. But the silence is deafening. And in celebrity culture, silence often speaks volumes. However, Papoose, known for his loyalty, humility, and poetic lyricism, has had his own fair share of headlines over the years, most recently tied to rumors and drama involving his longtime partner, Remy Ma. So when the image of Claressa's tattoo started circulating, many expected him to either ignore it or shut it down fast. But that's not what happened. According to close friends and behind-the-scenes whispers, Papoose was reportedly deeply moved by the gesture. In a moment captured off camera but repeated by multiple insiders, Papoose is said to have seen the tattoo and simply nodded, smiled, and said, "That's love. Real recognize real." Those 5 words quickly became a trending phrase across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Fans began sharing the quote alongside images of the tattoo, using it as a representation of admiration, respect, and authentic connection. In a media landscape where most tattoo tributes are dismissed or become PR disasters, this one seemed to hit different. Papoose, by all accounts, embraced it. Some sources even claimed he showed the tattoo image to friends at a private gathering, expressing appreciation and even a sense of pride. While there's no indication of any romantic involvement between the two, the mutual respect was undeniable. What made this gesture even more significant is the emotional climate surrounding both figures. Papoose, known as one of the most loyal figures in hip-hop, has had a tough year, especially with speculation about the state of his relationship with Remy Ma. For months, fans and media outlets have been dissecting interviews, social media posts, and rumors about infidelity and separation. It's been a heavy cloud hanging over the image of a man who once symbolized ride-or-die loyalty. In the midst of all that, this unexpected tribute from Claressa Shields seemed to lift his spirits and possibly even restore some of the public's affection for him. For Claressa, the tattoo represented more than just a name. Those close to her say she has long admired Papoose not just as an artist, but as a symbol of authenticity and resilience. She reportedly sees him as someone who has always stood firm in his principles, who has weathered the ups and downs of fame without compromising his integrity. Getting the tattoo, insiders say, wasn't about making headlines, it was about giving flowers while someone can still smell them. It was about honoring someone who represents realness in a world often full of fake smiles and shallow loyalty. The internet, of course, had mixed reactions. Some fans were all in, praising Claressa for making such a bold statement. One viral tweet read, "Claressa Shields putting Papoose's name on her body just shook the whole internet. That's a power move." Another user posted, "This is why Claressa stays winning. She's fearless, in the ring and in life." But as always, not everyone agreed. Some questioned the choice, saying it was too personal, too permanent, and speculated on whether it hinted at a deeper connection between the two. Still, the overwhelming majority saw it as a moment of mutual respect between two public figures who've earned their stripes in their respective fields. As for Papoose, sources say he's been moving differently since the tattoo news broke. Friends describe him as lighter, more energetic, even inspired. He's been seen back in the studio, reconnecting with fans on social media and focusing on projects that matter to him. Some speculate that this renewed energy could lead to new music, possibly even a track inspired by Claressa's tribute. Fans are already calling for a collaboration or a video appearance that brings both of them into the same creative space. While neither Claressa nor Papoose has spoken directly about the tattoo in interviews, it's the silence that's actually made the message louder. There's been no denial, no backpedaling, no attempt to reframe the gesture as something less meaningful. Instead, the moment has been allowed to breathe and evolve naturally. Fans continue to circulate the image, remix the quote "real recognize real," and celebrate the moment as something rare in the often chaotic world of celebrity interactions. Some industry insiders are even calling it a smart cultural move, an unexpected bonding moment between the world of sports and music that challenges traditional boundaries. In a world where collaborations are often manufactured and forced, this felt organic. It wasn't about trending topics or album rollouts. It was about real admiration. And in the process, it reminded fans that even in an era of constant scrutiny, genuine moments still exist. What's next for this duo? That's the question everyone's asking. Will Claressa finally speak publicly about the meaning behind the tattoo? Will Papoose return to the spotlight with renewed purpose and maybe even offer a musical tribute of his own? Fans are clamoring for answers, but perhaps part of the magic is in the mystery. Maybe it's not about defining the relationship or explaining the gesture. Maybe it's just about respecting the moment for what it was, a powerful, unexpected, and undeniably human connection. And perhaps that's what makes this story so compelling. In an era dominated by clickbait, drama, and digital chaos, here's a moment that feels grounded. Two people from different walks of life, one from the boxing ring, the other from the rap stage, acknowledging each other in a way that's both vulnerable and empowering. No press release, no staged photo op. Just a tattoo and a smile that said more than 1,000 headlines ever could. So the next time someone questions whether real moments still happen in celebrity culture, point them to this story. Tell them about Claressa Shields, the champ with the heart of a lion, who chose to honor a man she respects with permanent ink. Tell them about Papoose, the quiet king who took that gesture not with ego or arrogance, but with humility and grace. And remind them that sometimes the loudest statements are the ones made without saying a word. Meanwhile, Papoose has also stayed mum. He hasn't posted any reactions, nor has he addressed the tattoo controversy. Some speculate he might not have even known about the tattoo or the alleged plan to remove it. Others believe he's playing it smart by staying out of the firestorm. Either way, his absence from the narrative has left fans speculating. Is he complicit? Is he clueless? Or is he just done with all of it? The alleged plot has sparked broader conversations online about the extremes people will go to protect their relationships and reputations. Fans are debating where the line is between personal boundaries and outright violence. Is it ever okay to erase someone else's decision because it makes you uncomfortable? What does it say about power dynamics in celebrity couples when one partner allegedly takes matters into their own hands without consent? And why do stories like this captivate us so deeply? At the heart of this story is a tangled web of fame, control, ego, and identity. Whether or not the story is 100% true, partially true, or completely fabricated, it shines a light on how little control celebrities often have over their own narratives. One moment, you're the queen of hip-hop love. The next, you're being accused of orchestrating a covert tattoo removal with gangster help. The media cycle is relentless. The stakes are high, and the fallout, real or imagined, can be devastating. As for what comes next, no one really knows. Will Claressa Shields speak up? Will Remy Ma issue a statement? Will the tattoo mysteriously reappear or disappear altogether? Will Papoose finally address the rumors swirling around his name? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this story isn't going away anytime soon. Whether it's tabloid fantasy or an underground truth finally bubbling to the surface, people are watching. People are waiting. And if there's one thing we've learned from the world of hip-hop and celebrity culture, it's that the truth has a way of coming out eventually, no matter how deeply you try to bury it.